We fucked, we drank, we relived old comforts and the sad traces of the connection we used to have. Why the fuck did I do that? Why did I bring myself so sickeningly low? Why did I subject myself and my relationship to the filthiest thing you could possibly do to it? I wish I could tell you. So shameful, so disgusting, so cliché. I had everything I needed with Nick and I still needed more. It's my fault, my responsibility for what I did, but man. We'd fucked my shit up. It made me feel like nothing was ever enough. I needed to get higher and higher and smoke more and more, and I acted it out with Andrew as well. Couldn't say no to him once I was back in, just like I couldn't say no to weed. It makes me sick. He went back to Virginia and I felt free. He wanted to text and call all of the time, but mostly I said no or ignored him because it made me feel like the worst person in the world, doing what I was doing. We didn't even have anything to talk about anymore, no real connection. Two separate lives pretending we had a shred of business being in contact with each other, let alone what we were doing. Pathetic. But then I smoked and everything was fine. I don't need to take accountability, everything's fine. I can fix this by myself and Nick will never have to know how far I've fallen or what I've done to our beautiful relationship, and I'm fine and it's fine. Then in August, Andrew said he really missed me and I wanted more, so I agreed to fly down and see him. I didn't want to at all at first, but he paid for everything. I was bought like the whore I was. I told Nick I was going up north with my family. He believed me because he's kind and trusting, and I had given him no reason to doubt me. He was a good, genuine person and an amazing partner, and I fucking used that for my own sick, disgusting purposes. He gave me his heart and I promised to take care of it, and I fucking shit all over it. I thought I was going to be able to make it through this without losing it. I have never before experienced anxiety like what I felt before, during, and after that trip. I have no clue how I kept doing what I was doing. I really don't. When I try and relate to the mindsets I had, there's literally nothing. It appalls me. Just fog and sickness. I don't remember a large majority of the details. I was smoking even more to deal with my guilt. I flew down for 2 days. In that 2 days I threw up about 6 times from the stress and disgust I felt for myself and what I was doing and had already done. I don't know how I kept on with what I was doing. It haunts me, every second of every day since December 13th when Nick saw the picture. After begging myself in my head, for months, pleading with myself to take a tolerance break and stop what I was doing to myself, I was able to force myself into it by coming up with Sober October. Stupid, right? Well, it worked. October 1st came and I made myself flush my last gram. Made plans to get more but then just didn't. One day turned into another. I'm still really proud of myself for dragging my way through it. It was so hard. My anxiety and eating was so tough. But I had Nick, and even better, I had myself back. Andrew was out on carrier duty for the entire month and didn't have internet access. I've never felt so free. Just blissful happiness and rediscovering what I'd lost. Nick said later that October was the best month of our relationship. He'll never forget that. It's what keeps me sober now. October ended. I told myself I'd go back to weed only casually, and that quickly fell away and I was right back to my old shit. I've always been someone who is very good at making things work for me wherever I'm at, and I couldn't shake the desperate hope that I could do that with weed as well. By this point it was making me physically ill, Google hyperemesis, and unable to keep down food, so I knew I was going to have to quit again soon. It was just going to be damn hard. Andrew told me he was coming back for Thanksgiving. The plane trip had traumatized me and I had known since then that I had to end things, told him that, but I procrastinated and made excuses and kept on getting high and being okay when I was the furthest from it I've ever been. Nick's mom got COVID. She is severely overweight and immune compromised, the highest risk you could ask for, and things escalated quickly to her being put on a ventilator and into a coma within a week of her diagnosis. The family was in pieces. Nick needed me desperately. I was there him, but I was a shell of myself, couldn't even be there for myself. He asked me if I wanted to go to the hospital with him to see her on the night I planned to see Andrew. I chose Andrew. She woke up out of her coma and one of the first things she asked was, "Where's Evangeline?" I can't even make it real to myself that I did that. When Nick needed me the most, where was I? Where the fuck was I? I was being a cheating piece of shit, fucking my piece of shit, ex-boyfriend. I will never be able to comprehend what possessed me to do that. I don't even remember. I just know what I've done. I blocked Andrew after Thanksgiving out of horror and disgust for what we'd done. Finally, I am free of the emotional enslavement I've had to him for years. Finally, I said no, for good. But at what cost? Everything good in my mind, every chance I had to own up to my shit and do the right thing, I smoked and stuffed it away. My respect for myself, for Nick, for our amazing bond, my future, my grip on reality, my morals and my happiness. Everything. I gave it away. On December 13th, Nick and I were going through my camera roll. We scrolled past a picture of Andrew and I together around Thanksgiving. Just together, not doing anything. He said, "What was that?" I had just gotten high right before we sat down and I couldn't comprehend that this was happening right now. I tried to lie. Like a fucking rat. I quickly realized that it was time and I told him the truth. Things moved really fast after that. He kicked me out. I came and got my stuff the next day. He told his family immediately, everything, did all the right things. I respect him immensely for the amount of strength that took. I will never forget the look of horror, betrayal, shock in his eyes. The look that says I will never be the same again. You did this to me. I used to be able to picture it clearly but my brain blocked it out now. What have I done? He said he forgives me, but will never forget what I did to him. Said he could never possibly trust me again. Yep. What was I doing? What was I thinking? Why did I do that? What was I thinking? He was shopping for rings in December. I told my family, everything. Sat all of my siblings down, told them what he'd done. My little brother loved Nick so much, they were gamer buds a little bit, he got Nick a Lego Star Wars advent calendar for Christmas. The look in his eyes when I handed it back to him, half finished. I told my little sister and she went to work later and had a breakdown and started crying midway through her shift. Mom told me later. Nick and I were supposed to last forever, is what she said to Mom. I'm the oldest, I'm supposed to be their role model, all I've ever been is a cautionary tale. On Christmas Day we went to Grandma's house like usual, we had to stop at a gas station so I could throw up because I knew what was coming. I was crying before I even got to the door. It was so traumatic. Everyone was immediately asking where Nick was and how's he doing and how's his mom, and I pulled everyone aside one by one and told them what he'd done. Aunts and uncles, people I've never had a close emotional relationship with. It was brutal. Took the wind right out of everybody, right out of Christmas. But it had to be done. How could I be truly sorry and truly devoted to change if I covered what I did with another lie or worse hedged around it or made some pitiful excuse? My family adored Nick. I have been sober since December 13th. Longer than pretty much since high school. I have gone to confession and back to church full time. I pray rosaries, every single day, whenever I have free time. For myself, for the world, for Nick, his mom, for the forgiveness of those I've betrayed. I've slowly been retraining myself to do hard things and to enjoy again the hobbies I abandoned to get high. He'll be okay in time. I'm not right now. So will Nick. He has an amazing family, and lots of friends, and they all know what I've done so they can support him correctly. I guess. He has me blocked on everything so I know very little. Please, guys, weed is not your friend. It is your parasite. I am not blaming weed for my actions. But it enabled me to do things I never thought I was capable of. It brought out the sick, addicted, comfortable, lecherous side of me and I let it. I still struggle to comprehend how I did the things I did, through the fog and dissociated memories. It haunts me daily. I am struggling immensely and I just want people to hear my story and know that I'm not a monster. I adored Nick, he was my best friend, my biggest supporter, the love of my life. I just wanted to take care of him and be in a healthy relationship. Get married and have kids and a white picket fence. I let it all fall to shit. Couldn't even make it 2 months. And now I get to face life without him. I've been a shitty selfish person and I'm paying for it, dearly. I just want people to know my experience and take from it what they will. I want people to know how sorry I am, and that not all cheaters are heartless, callous users. I have deep regret for what I've done. I have caused irreversible emotional pain to Nick and myself and I want it to mean something good. The best apology is changed behavior and I am completely dedicated to that. Really, really sorry for the rambling writing, I just wanted to get all of it out. I am by no means blaming the outside factors like the Navy and my dad and my lack of friends for my cheating. It's been a traumatic couple years and I want my experiences to be more than just floating around in my head. Thank you for everyone who read this far and I hope it helps people. If you're cheating, fucking stop. Stop it right now. You will hurt the shit out of yourself and the people you love. My name is Evangeline and I'm owning up to my shit and changing my life. Here are some of the best comments from our community. I stand by what I said last time. Nothing changed. And all you did in comments was justify your cheating over and over. You made the choice to cheat, not the pot. You made the choice. Nothing or no one but you. I hope Nick finds someone deserving of his love. You all can't say, I would get in trouble here. All you did was tell your story and blame outside sources for your disgusting choices. They aren't mistakes, those are choices you made. You owned up, you admitted you were wrong even if it took so much time. Now you work on yourself before you even think of starting a new relationship. Most people would never have owned up about how they fucked up and PLS quit the weed. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell.